Michelle Obama asks big tech giants to permanently ban President Trump. They have to kill the MAGA movement. That's what this is. Even if Trump's out of power and not going to jail, as long as he can influence people, that's a threat to them. And that's why they want him silenced. They would prefer him dead, but silencing him, banning him off Twitter will do for now. After yesterday's protest, big tech unleashed unprecedented wave of censorship against Donald Trump. Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitch suspending him indefinitely. Twitter locking him out for 12 hours. But in a Twitter statement, Michelle Obama demanded Silicon Valley's go even further than they have by already permanently banning this man from their platforms. She also framed yesterday's protest as an insurrection and insisted that tech giants should introduce policies to prevent their technology from being used by nation leaders to fuel insurrection. I don't even know what that means. But I guess by insurrection, she means right-wing people protesting. And so she's like, you need to stop right-wing people from protesting. Obama backed calls to the platform, the president, by claiming that yesterday's protests were organized by a gang which laid siege to the nation's capital. And that day was a fulfillment of the wishes of an infantile and unpatriotic president. Really? Fuck off, Obama. You go fuck yourself with a canoe, okay? Go fuck off. No fucking mind reading. Don't get the mind read. That day was a fulfillment of the wishes. You know what Trump's wishes were? Trump wished for a fucking woman to die? Go fuck yourself, Obama. What the fuck is wrong with you? Trump wanted 4 people to die? Go fuck yourself. God, what an asshole. That day was a fulfillment of the wishes of an infantile and unpatriotic president who can't handle the truth of his own failures. This is so much projection here. How about the fact that Trump ran on over... Dude, you can just shut up, Obama, okay? Trump ran because you were so shitty he got elected. The Democrats are so shitty, a non-politician. That's how all of our shitty our politicians are. Because they're all fucking selling out our country. They're all pieces of shit. Except for like the 1 or 2 few ones. And even they cuck sometimes too. She contrasted her view of yesterday's events with her view of Black Lives Matter protests that occurred in the summer. According to Obama, these BLM protests were overwhelmingly peaceful. Okay, Google, can you show me the picture of the burning police station from Minneapolis during the BLM protest? Let's try to bring this picture up for you. I mean, there we go. As you guys can find it on your own, but yeah, these exist. The pictures of the peaceful protest. Imagine if our Capitol building looked like this building, okay? If our Capitol looked like that, then you could call them fucking terrorists, okay? The people who stormed the Capitol, if they burned it down like that, call them all terrorists. That's not what happened, though. They are kind of different. You're right, Michelle. Some people wanted just to burn down buildings, and other people wanted their political grievances heard. Maybe I can't even say it, guys. I can't even say it. I'm already dancing on the razor's edge here. But how do I frame this? Okay, let me frame it like this. The BLM protesters burned down buildings and got what they want. I'm going to leave it at that. They burned down the buildings, and they got their demands met. I disavow burning buildings. Maybe you guys can make a connection there. Anyways, let's continue with this piece of shit. Obama's call to purge President Trump from big tech echoes the talking points of numerous mainstream outlets like Obama. These outlets have framed yesterday's events as insurrection, contrasted them with so-called peaceful BLM protests, blamed Trump, insisted that he needs to be deplatformed from big tech. Again, it's all about deplatforming Trump because he's the spearhead against globalism. If these silicon platforms bow to the pressure, they would take their already unprecedented levels of censorship of Donald Trump to new heights and set in a motion of series of irreversible precedents for online speech. By deplatforming Trump, it would confirm that the ability of any future president to speak or connect to millions of users on these platforms can be dictated by the pressure of campaigns from the mainstream media and public figures. The ripple effect would apply to any politician or world leaders because those behind the pressure campaigns would know that once they apply enough pressure, they can get anyone deplatformed. Yet these wider considerations seem to be lost in the current mainstream media's news cycle, which is focused on pressuring these tech giants into booting the president and setting this irreversible precedent. Oh, by the way, Shopify deletes President Trump's merch store. Shopify has followed other big companies in banning Trump after certification of Joe Biden. Shopify, an e-commerce software company, today took down 2 Trump-affiliated online stores. Shop.donaldtrump.com and TrumpStore.com. Both no longer. Do these work now? There's something's wrong here. Wow. That's nuts. This is bad, guys. Both stores sold Trump-branded apparel. Supporters attempted to visit the stores will currently get an error message as the entire store has been deleted. Trump Store is the official online store of the Trump Organization, the campaign that manages Trump's branding and real estate businesses. The Trump campaign runs shop.donaldtrump.com. At press time, neither had commented on Shopify's decision. Shopify, based in Ottawa, Canada, commies, is largest tech company by value in Ottawa. Based on recent events, we have decided that the action by Donald Trump violated our acceptable use policy, which prohibits promotion or support of organizations, platforms, or people that threaten or condone violence to further a cause. When did Donald Trump condone violence? When? I feel like this is slanderous. Like, everyone keeps saying, Donald Trump called for violence. That's why we take down his tweets. And I'm like, I read the tweets. I'm like, where's the violence? Where's the incitement? None of those statements are actual illegal threats of violence. None of them are actually illegal incitement. If you want to be charged with incitement for violence, it actually is really specific. You have to be like, let's go over there. Let's do this to them right now. And some people are saying that, well, that's what his actions were. He told the mob to go over there. Well, did he tell them to burn down the Capitol? No, he didn't. Did he tell them to break windows? No, he didn't. He didn't tell them to break the law. So he's not responsible for condoning or threatening violence. This is so stupid. As a result, we've terminated stores affiliated with Donald Trump. Alleging election discrepancies on YouTube will now result in a strike. Oh yeah, by the way, Snapchat, Twitch disabled over Donald Trump. Donald Trump is being scrubbed. He's they're gonna just try to, what, history's written by the victors? They're gonna make him a loser, and they're gonna write the history. They are gonna paint him as the neo-nat president. We are living in two separate realities right now. What? I'm reading some of these comments and I'm just like, that it's my brain's hurting. All right, if you guys like this type of content, leave a like down below, subscribe, share for friends.